Hello. All right, so we are going to be talking about some more logistical things that you likely won't need to worry about a whole lot just because, your website's going to be for your students. You're not going to be trying to reach a bunch of people that you don't know, right? So a lot of this is going to be to make your website better for yourself and your students. But just kind of hopping in, we are here at the admin area of your website. I am under the plugins tab on the left hand side, and here you can see a bunch of plugins that we have installed for you. Yoast, WP Forms, WP Supercache, WordFence, DP Monarch, Broken Link Checker. You don't need to worry about any of those. They may have updates and you can go ahead and click update when they have them, but these are things that we installed to make your website either safer or work quicker or things like that you really just install once and then don't have to worry about ever again. So unless there's a problem, which you can go ahead and Google if that does happen. But let's go into, so for example, Google Language Translator. This is something that we installed so that your students are able to translate English to Spanish. And that is installed on your website. You can, it's activated if they choose to use it. You can go into settings and mess with it if you choose to. The events calendar, as we talked about in the last video, you saw that I showed you where you could add events right here. So events correlate to the events calendar, therefore they show up on your website and are able to inform students of events. Tutor LMS, this is something that we installed because we thought you may want to use it. If you do choose to use this, it is... here it is, up here. So for example, you could add courses and categories tags. You can put out question and answers, quizzes. This is just kind of a user-friendly, easy to use, kind of teacher, professor-oriented plugin. And you don't have to ever use it, but if you want to try and mess around with it, you can just go to this tab and try adding stuff. It'll show up on your website. And let's see, I also want to talk about Google Analytics a little bit. So I went ahead and opened another tab, and I just searched Google Analytics, and you can click on Google Analytics. And I believe I'm logged in to, I'm not logged into yours. Let's go ahead. Here you see that I have access to your analytics page. And this just shows us, what's going on your website, who's there, what are they viewing, how long are they there for, things like that. It's a lot of stuff that I don't believe you will ever need to use because you're not, again, trying to have people to come to your website to purchase something. You don't really care where they fall off, if they don't complete a purchase, things like that. If for some reason you do maybe want to see if you end up putting a quiz out there or a question and maybe you're not getting a lot of responses to a specific answer on that, this is where this could maybe come in handy for things like that. Or maybe you're seeing a lot of students from Spanish 1 are using your website, but not really anybody from yoga. And that will show up here. You can click on here and see, what time of the day they're there, where are they in the country, page views, right? Here we see, middle school Spanish. Maybe not a lot of people are using it for middle school Spanish and maybe thinking about that and saying, should I add more content on that page? So this can kind of be helpful just to kind of understand who's there and when they're there and what they're doing. There's a lot of different stuff you can do on here, as you can see on the left-hand side. But it's, again, user-friendly, so you're able to just kind of come here and see and mess around, and you should be able to figure out pretty well. Thanks.